Anxiety is a feeling of fear, dread, and uneasiness. A person generally went through anxiety phase when he get anger or when he think something is happening but something happening against him or any type of things give you anxiety, either it is health issue, friendship issue, loneliness, so many things bring you to anxiety. But do you know, if a person knows the truth of something, knowledge about something, then he will never fear. That's why wise people say knowledge is the antidote to fear. In our Sanatan Dharma, the people who know the knowledges, the Vedas, those people are out of fear. After knowing the ultimate truth, they leave the houses, the relationships, the family, and they go for long travel to the Himalaya or any mountain place where they do their yogic practice and complete their life in sattvic nature. Do you know, every people know about this universe, existence of every single thing, but due to they are doing shallow breathing, they are unable to understand the inanimate things. To brush up our age old Vedic knowledge, I am here to guide you how to get enlightened, get all the knowledges our Vedic gurus, rishis, the woman who is practicing brahmacharya, they know, they are really happy, they are enlightened, they are out of fear. First of all, we all know a human needs breathing, that is oxygen, and food, shelter, and cloth to survive. But nowadays people forget about the breathing. How many people you see they are saying ki I need ample amount of oxygen, I need a peaceful place, I need a good scene to see, rather than they are saying I need this much of money, I need that much of food. That's all. But body need food to do daily activities, but your mind need the oxygen, the stillnessness, the breathings, the right proper way of breathing and stillness. Nowadays, a people is successful means he is getting good certificates, degrees, job, $1 million job, beautiful wife, beautiful family, and that should be nuclear family and big bungalows. But do you know, these are just showing. Are they happy inside? Are their soul happy inside? Because they are doing nothing for their soul. This breathing in age old days known as prana. They are controlling prana. Devata and Rakshasa, there is no difference. But Devata, Devagan, or Ram, Krishna, Hanuman, all the people in our Puran, they control their breathing, and that's why they are successful, they are achieved everything in their life without any fear. But if you go for the Rakshasas, they are very much healthy, they are eating plenty of meat, they are drinking plenty of that those days, these days alcohol, those days some somrasas. But are they really fearless? Because of their anxiety, they go for the fight with the devatas, with naras, and at the end they died. So our goal is something different. If you are a human being and you are not understanding the universe, the solar system, all the nakshatra mandalis, all the universe, then you know nothing about anything. You only do gossip about another person who is going here and there, what they are doing. Those people who are Rusi Munis, or those people who are practicing pranayam every day, they controlling their prana, they are happy with those. They don't need any topic to do gossip. They are happy with their outcome. They go to everywhere like us, to school, colleges, if ill, to the hospital, but they are in the positive mindset. That's why they cured very happily without any anxiety. But those person who are not giving time for the breathing, for the meditation, they are suffering lots of bills and lots of stress, lots of anxiety, and so many things happening in their life. In yogic practice, they always control on their breath. They do nothing. They are not going for the Harvard or IITs for the big lectures, but they are going to their Vedic study procedure where the first sankalp they are doing, they are controlling their breath. They are getting ample amount of oxygen and making stillness by doing meditation. They stay in the stillness stage, and by this they try to understand everything around them by understanding the subsonic sounds, because Big Bang also says, or our Vedas also says, this world is generated by the sound boom. The Big Bang theory is saying sound. In our Vedic culture it is Sabda, that is Gayatri mantra. So many mantras are there. So that's why I'm saying you, if you control your breath, you will definitely get, you are definitely enlightened. You will get all the answers of your disease, all the answers of your problems, and also as well as you can communicate to the all the living creatures, non-living creatures around you, and you will get astonished by understanding their making, what they made of. Just try to understand, in old days the Muni Rishis, they discover many things by meditation and breathing. How? That is the biggest thing. But in these now technology days, we are doing so many experiment practices. Then we understand, okay, X is going in that direction, Y is going in that direction, Z is going in that direction. So many blah blah, so many permutation, combinations, so many things, and the answer is, you are doing PhD something, you are planning for 100% for PhD, and you are doing 2% thing at the end of your PhD. So these are the things, these are the different things, how Sanatan Dharma has developed and how other things are developed. Now let us focus. We know that nature of the universe can be understood if you know the language of the inanimate. What is the language of inanimate? How you will understand? If you are in still state, you are in meditate state, you will understand the sound slowly. Breathe is very important in yogic tradition because it is the window to know the true nature of existence. If you bring yourself to a certain level of stillness, your perception will increase. It's by this the yogis come to know the secrets of the existence. Like Charaka also knows about the plant by knowing the plant's language and how that made. Now, let us say you something. In generally a human, in a 1 minute, they do breathing 16 to 17 times. I am saying about the average human, and he live his life up to 84 to 100 years, and they die. But in our Vedic culture, we know many people who do practice their breathing. They live up to 300, 500 years in the Himalayas or any mountainous region. It is because they reduce their breathing speed. If you look at the turtles, they just do 5 to 6 times breathing in 1 minute, and they survive 400 to 500 years. So if we follow that pattern, then we can increase our prana, our lifespan to that with happiness, without any anxiety. When a person go to in anxiety stage, he do breathing 60 to 70 times and he decrease his lifespan. And with that stress, without stillness, he go for the anger, so many bad things, and eventually dead in, he will die in less time period, and that also without peace. That's why some yogic books or Vedic culture says if a person control his breathing, natural breathing, not mindful breathing. I am doing meditation, I am looking at the clock and I am doing 11 times, 11 times or less by looking at the clock consciously, but unconsciously every time he is doing 11 breathe, then he can understand the vibration, the language of the animals. Animal will never harm to them. Similarly, if we go to the below, means 9 breathe or less, he can understand the language of the plants. I said previously the Charaka, Sahinta, those people are how they discover so many herbs, so many medications by doing this type of research, this type of breathing practice. They understand the plant language. Similarly, if a person go to the deeper, more less, like 6 breaths in 1 minute, he can understand the total, means he can understand the inanimate things language, like he can understand the stone language, he can understand the planet language, he can understand everything, air, anything. So then what he needs, he understand everything. We search for the truth. What is this? Where we are on the earth. Whatever the scientists, NASA people saying, we are believing everything. But if you do the breathing practice, you will understand the 4 Vedas without reading it. That's why people who are in the yogic practice or meditation, they are so happy and they live their life happily, and they go for the ichha mode, means when they want to die, they die in the young age. You can say their body is in the young age. So that's why if you go for the anxiety phase, just stop everything and go for the deep breathing. If you look at the newborn babies, the stomach is always full of air. You can see they do breathing like that. So if you will do breathing up to your lower abdomen, a long deep breathe and hold that for 5 to 6 seconds and slowly release it, then you will definitely increase your lifespan, and your body and mind and soul, everything will be in happiness. You will never go for the anxiety and fear of anything else, because you are responsible for your own well-being. Nobody around you is responsible. Once you understand this truth, once you understand the existence of all those things, then you will hardly going for any other type situation. That's why old generation people say forgive, because they understand the language of everything, because they are very calm, quiet, and village or forest environment. They are surviving in the forest and village environment, and they are very calm and kind and so many. But today's days we are busy in the rush type situation, competitive situation, who is coming fast, who is getting 100. We don't need that. You need to understand, we don't need to remember and write and vomit and forget. No. So this is the only way. And if you understand, in the yogi culture there is Rudra, Hara and Sadasiva stage. In Rudra stage, the mind is still but still vibrant. In Hara stage, mind is still and some activities is there. And Sadasiv, that is the mind and soul and body is absolutely still position, and this is the stage of ultimate intelligence. If a people's mind, brain, everything is in still, means peaceful situation, sant, then he can understand everything. Once the person is going for ego and anxiety, they slowly reduce this ultimate intelligence and they become the foolish person of this earth. The person who is thinking that I have this much of degrees, I have a beautiful wife, I have this much of bungalows and so many blah blah, he is the really foolish person in this world. Because the person who understands the ultimate intelligence, they leave everything and go for the mountains for meditation. If you love your family, then stay with them without any ego, fear, and anger. Just live happily, just do your daily nitya karma and focus on the breathing and consciously do or the pranayam and meditation and try to do naturally lesser breathing, deep breathing in your life and stay healthy and stay happy. We'll meet another episode with some other knowledge.